Sports with Elliot Rodriguez.
Welcome back. The race for South Florida's 25th Congressional District is wide open. Incumbent Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart is running in another district, and political insiders say the 25th district could be up for grabs. We've already heard from two candidates in the race, and today we'll hear from another candidate for the Republican nomination. She is Marili, Cancio, an attorney from Miami who is making her first run for Congress. And welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
having me. And let me just start off by saying tomorrow's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. But you just mentioned to me that you're also a grandmother.
And
I'm not believing that. How could that be possible?
Yes. Well, when my son was 18, he came home one day and said, "Mom, I'm going to be a dad."
That's fantastic.
So she's going to be 3 in August, and that's one of the reasons I'm running.
Well, tell me why you're running.
Well, I'm part of a family that has 5 generations living in Miami-Dade County. I have never really been involved in politics. I've been involved with the community for the last 10 years, raising a lot of money for different charities, doing pro bono work for La Liga contra el Cancio. I've been chair of Hispanic Affairs for the county. I've been in the Community Relations Board. I've been a trustee of Vizcaya. So even though I am a partner in a 100-lawyer law firm, I've found time to give to the community at the same time of raising a family. And I'm very concerned with what's happening in Washington, Elliot.
Well, tell me what you're concerned about.
Well, what everybody's concerned about, the disapproval rating of Congress is at an all-time high, over 72%. And I'm not a career politician, and I think if we want different results, we need to take a different action and send someone different to Washington.
All right, tell me about the issues that you see important in the district and during the time that you've been campaigning. What are the issues that people are talking to you about?
Well, Elliot, number 1, 2, and 3 top issues, jobs, jobs, jobs. We need to get the economy moving. Just what happened this week with the stock market. In a period of a few minutes, it dropped almost 1,000 points. There's a lot of insecurity in the financial markets. People are scared with what's happening in Europe, and and rightly so. So even though there may be money, people are not investing money right now because they're afraid what's happening with government.
But do you see the economy moving in the right direction? I mean, we're seeing some positive signs of growth, but then again, like you mentioned, we see this volatile day in the stock market. Do you see us moving in the right direction or not necessarily?
Well, with all the stimulus money that we were given, we might as well be moving in the right direction, but I don't think it's long term. I think with the signs of recovery that you're seeing, it's because of all the money that has been pumped into the economy. But at the same time, the unemployment rate is at an all-time high. If you look at the figures, even though the official unemployment figure is under 10%, if you look, let's say, at high school students, African-American students, 46% unemployment. Why? Because people that would not want those jobs working at a fast food place are taking the jobs of the teenagers. But you're not really seeing a recovery. There's a lot of people that are just not, they're out of the job force, and those numbers are not reflected.
Okay, what do you think that you as a member of Congress could do to bring jobs to the area?
Well, we just got to work together, both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats. Our House has 435 members that they fight with one another, and the voters are tired of that. We need to work together for a common good. Some of the legislation that has been recently passed, the healthcare law, for example, that's, they said, oh, well, this is going to help a lot of people. The truth is, I was speaking with some people yesterday, Medicare Advantage, for example, they're decreasing the funding for Medicare Advantage, which is our senior citizens are going to suffer. So companies that used to hire 3 doctors and 4 nurses, they're going to decrease their workforce, affecting, let's say, healthcare for the elderly, and that's affecting employment too. And those issues are not being addressed.
So are you against the healthcare reform that was passed by Congress and signed by the president?
Well, I believe that it had some very good points. I believe the fact that, the pre-existing condition waiver and the fact that there's no longer a maximum coverage amount, those things are good. But nobody has read that. It's 2,000 pages long, this new law that doesn't even talk about how it's going to be implemented. It's probably going to take another 10,000 pages of new legislations to address how this is going to be implemented.
It is a complex issue, after all. I mean,
well, but it's not talking about patients. If you read those, the 2,000 pages, where has been a discussion about whether the health of the patients is going to be improved by this legislation?
And you don't see
it's all about cost. This bill is all about cost. It's